first, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello, everyone. This is Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. Thanks for joining us. We are live streaming here from the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom, as we do every weekday starting around 1 p.m. Going throughout the afternoon, we cover a wide range of topics here on this show. But today, we are talking about yo-yos. Yes, the Pacific Northwest Regional Yo-Yo Contest is taking place on Saturday, March 29th at the Crystal Ballroom, and it is bringing competitors from all over the place there to compete in this yo-yo championship. And from there, they go on to other championships as well, other contests. But this one is being organized in part by Chester, who is named there, you see, and Aliyah is one of the competitors in this competition. They both came here in studio to talk about yo-yoing, or throwing, as I learned, and also to show off some of their pretty amazing tricks and my pretty bad yo-yoing skills. So let's jump right into it. All right, well, both of you, thank you for joining us here today. I've already seen some of the magic that you've been doing, off. I didn't even realize they had things like yo-yo holders. Is that
I
homemade?
made
You
it.
made that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
They do have them, but I did make them.
Okay, well, we are talking about yo-yoing, so that is perfect. Well, I think to start off, Chester, do you mind telling us, what this is that's coming up this weekend?
Yeah, so this weekend is Pacific Northwest Regionals, which is a regional yo-yo contest. So it's kind of fun. It's like part contest and then part kind of like a Comic-Con sort of. So there's booths selling yo-yos and sometimes other things.
Okay.
And then there's the contest going on, which is like Aliyah will be competing. And basically how it kind of works is if you place at regionals, then you can just go. Do you go straight to finals and nationals?
You get a seed
in finals or nationals. So you don't have to compete at nationals. And then if you do well at nationals, then you go to world. So it's kind of like this is like an early stepping stone.
Okay, and I want to find out all about that before we even get into all the, which I didn't even know, the world and international competitions. How did you get into yo-yoing? Is yo-yoing the right term?
We call it throwing.
Throwing.
Yeah.
Both work.
Perfect.
They both work. Yeah.
Okay, all right. How did you get into throwing?
So I got into it. I used to do kendama first, which is a Japanese ball in a cup game.
Okay.
That a friend got me into, and they had a kendama event at One Drop Yo-Yos, which is the only U.S. manufacturer of yo-yos, which is in Eugene. And we went down there, and I was chatting with one of their sponsored players, Paul Dang, who's a close friend of both of ours, and he was like, "You just gotta try it, man." And I was like, "Okay." And then I bought one. And then I got just into it ever since, and that was 2013, I think.
Wow, and so just from there, you're like, this is it, this is...
Yeah, I just felt it was really creative and fun, and like the community's really just a bunch of people hanging out, playing with toys. It's like really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and what about you? How did you get into it?
I got into it when I was about 12 years old. I didn't want to do my homework in school, of course, like what kid does.
Right.
And I found a cheap plastic yo-yo my grandpa had given me years ago laying around the house. And I was like, oh, this seems fun. And I looked it up on YouTube, and I saw really cool videos. And I was like, I want to do that one day. And now here I am doing exactly that.
Competing.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and so how long have you been in competitions?
I've been competing since 2012.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you've been in this for a while.
A long time, definitely.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned something about, I think you both kind of did, just about the community of yo-yoing, or throwing. Excuse me, throwing. I will get it right.
Yeah.
Of throwing. I'm learning. So what is it about that? How's that camaraderie work?
Well, it's like any other niche activity, like if you go to a school and everyone's playing soccer and you're like, oh, that's cool. Like I'm playing soccer with all my friends, except it's an activity that not a lot of people do. So there are people that are from all over the U.S. that gather at these events, and then it truly feels like you're playing soccer with your friends. You're all yo-yoing together, you're trading tricks, you're teaching each other, you're really just being silly and goofy and having a lot of fun together.
Yeah, awesome. and seeing each other at all of these different events too. So you probably have friends from all over the country, I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean, all over the world, really.
Yeah.
Some friends. I have a lot of European friends through yo-yoing and stuff like that. I think also a cool thing about yo-yoing is that like everyone does it differently a little bit, and those nuances over time as you yo-yo like makes your own like style. Like same with like painting or any other creative outlet.
Right.
So it's really fun seeing like you could teach someone. There's a very famous yo-yo trick called rancid milk, and everyone does it differently. Like not everyone does it the same. Even the guy who created it changes every time. Every time you ask him, it's a different. So it's really cool to see it like even like the microcosm of tricks change over time, and it's just like really fun to watch.
Like the unique artistry of each person.
Exactly. Yeah. It's really interesting.
So when you talk about a competition for this. What's involved in that? What's the competition aspect?
I think you should take this
Yeah,
one.
so when you show up at a competition, there's typically 2 rounds at a regional contest. There's preliminaries, which are about a minute long, and then you have finals, which are 3 minutes. And depending on the amount of people at the contest, they'll usually take anywhere from 20 to 10 to finals.
Okay.
And then in the finals, it's a 3-minute performance. They're both to music, and so you choreograph a routine, and you try to score as many points within the judging system as possible to make it to that next round or to make it to the top of the top.
Wow, so this is pre-choreographed. You've been working on this?
Yes,
working
yeah.
on the routine.
I've been working on this routine for the past 2 months now.
Wow.
But when it's a bigger contest like Worlds, usually people practice for anywhere from 8 months to a year to get ready for it.
Is there any particular genre of music that's better for it than others? Like, is there a general theme to the...
People usually like electronic dance music because it has a nice beats to yo-yo to. Yeah,
you want to like hit like your tricks with the changes. A lot of people like they'll chop up songs sometimes so that like it matches their routine.
Okay.
So it's really sometimes it's fun just to you're listening and you're like, oh, what is going on? And then you're like, oh, that's a really cool mix. Like we know someone in the local scene, Grant, who made his own song.
Really, just
for
to go
his competition, yeah.
I
which
mean,
is really
that
cool.
kind of makes sense. Yeah,
yeah.
might as well do it yourself. Know exactly what you're gonna get. But
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if people go, just talking about the competition itself. So when people show up, to go spectate and watch this, what do you think is the most exciting thing for someone going to see a yo-yo competition for the first time?
I think for the very first time, if you yo-yo yourself, then it's exciting to see all of the booths with yo-yos you can purchase and try before you buy, because typically there's not brick and mortar stores you can purchase yo-yos from. So
Not in the U.S., no.
Not in the U.S., definitely. So you have to peruse online and then buy them and then get them shipped to you. But at a contest, you can try it out, see how it feels before you want to buy it. And then you also get to see like top-level competition yo-yoing, which is really exciting for everyone. I think it's really cool to see.
It's like unfathomable if you've never seen it. It's even just crazy. It'll be shocking for people to show up, to walk into a room and see like 100+ people better at yo-yo than they've ever seen. Like the people who went to their school are like, compared to some of these people, like they just started. Like these people are crazy.
Yeah.
And just being like, it's a little overwhelming at first, but then it's just really fun to see people like in a corner doing stuff you've never thought of with the yo-yo, which is really fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you mentioned something about different kinds of yo-yos. I mean, I had yo-yos as a kid. I didn't know there were different kinds. Obviously my growth as a yo-yo as a thrower was stunted then, so I didn't go past like that age group. But I'm seeing right here you've got a bunch of different kinds of yo-yos here.
Yeah.
So is this all part of the competition, or this is just for something that you can?
There's different
utilize?
parts. So we break them up into A's. We call them A's. So it's a number of A's different. So 1A would be like this is a non-responsive yo-yo.
Okay.
Meaning non-responsive, meaning it's non-tug responsive. So it doesn't up down.
Oh, okay.
So it's got a ball bearing and silicone pads. So when I pull it, it doesn't come back up.
Ah, okay.
And that gives it kind of like shocks people, but really it makes the learning curve a little less steep. There's a lot less knuckle busting. It doesn't come up when you don't want it to. It only comes up when you want it to.
Okay.
So then this 1A is the most popular because competitive. Like of this split, it's going to be like 90% 1A. It's the most popular.
Okay.
Then you have 2A, which is loopers, which are 2 fixed yo-yos, and Aliyah can talk more about that.
Yeah, so 2A uses 2 yo-yos that you would find at a store that goes up and down, pretty simple. And then what you do is you take 2 of them and you can shoot them out and they come right back to your hand, and I'm not very good at it, but around they go.
I wouldn't know if that wasn't good. Like, no one would know that except you.
It's not a very popular style in the United States. It's really big in like Japan.
It's a really disciplined style. Like you have to practice it for a long time before you can get the loops down really nicely and that sort of thing.
Interesting. Do other regions of the world, like, is there specific things that, you mentioned that's Japan, so like, is that like a really big Japanese yo-yo culture?
Yeah, they have a big 2A Japanese. Yeah. I think that's that, and then 4A, which we'll get into, is more popular, I think, in Europe and Japan as well. Yeah. And then there's 3A, which is Aliyah's specialty.
Yeah. I'll show you some 3A tricks.
1A, which is 2 non-responsives, and my brain hurts just thinking about trying it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of tangles, that's for sure, especially when you're first starting. But like Chester's yo-yo, when you tug it, it doesn't come up. And what you can do with these is you can land the yo-yo on the other yo-yo and then do tricks that way.
Wow.
You shoot them out.
How long did it take you to master this part right here?
I'm still mastering it every day.
Yeah.
But it took me about 3 or 4 years before I felt comfortable doing different tricks that I didn't already know. So a lot of learning for sure.
Yeah.
Time after school spent in my room just yo-yoing to get that
Wow. And so that, what did you call that again?
good. This is called 3A.
That's called 3A. And then you mentioned there's a 4A?
4A, I'm gonna try not to shoot this across the room. So this is a lot bigger here, you can see. It's because, I'll show you first, it's not attached. The string's not attached to the yo-yo.
It's not attached at all?
It's more like Diabolo
Okay.
or Diablo, so it's not
Wow.
attached. So people can do some crazy stuff. I am not, I just see
So you could throw it up in the air and
Yeah, we'll see if I can catch it. That'll be, if I can throw it and catch it, then we'll be really excited here. Okay, see?
Yes, you got this.
Ooh. And that's about as good as I get.
I'm sure.
It's a very
And
niche
our technical
specialty.
producer, I'm sure, loved that one.
Yeah. So that's that.
And the thing with that one is a lot of the time you spend yo-yoing is you're just chasing after
Yeah.
the yo-yo. So
Yeah.
that's why people don't do it super often.
Yeah.
And then the other one's called 5A, where it has a little counterweight at the end of the string.
What?
So instead of being attached to your hand, it's attached to the little dice or whatever object, and you can let it go loose, and it spins. It's kind of like nunchucks in a way.
That's a good way of putting it, yeah. It's probably the newest of the disciplines.
Yeah.
And so this is part of the evolution of...
Yes, exactly. Like someone just threw dice on the end, drew a hole in there, like, oh, I don't have to put it on my finger anymore. I think the joke is that his finger hurt and he didn't want to put it on his finger anymore, or something.
They're
along
going to
those
figure
lines.
something else
Yeah,
out.
I gotta do something else. My finger's hurting. Yeah.
Well, for somebody who's going to the competition or wants to maybe get into throwing, yo-yoing, what is the first thing somebody should know if they want to get into yo-yoing and start trying it? Not maybe to the level you're at, but just
Starting. Well,
Yeah.
it depends if you want to do non-responsive or responsive. So responsive would be like the 2A that comes back up. Like I have one here, where it spins for a long time and it is a bearing, but it still comes up when you tug it. So that's a good starting point to just try it.
Yeah.
But I think the good is just getting a non-responsive yo-yo from wherever you can get it, which is the ones that are non-tug responsive,
Yeah.
and just realizing it's going to take time. Like learning how to do what we call it a bind. That's when you bring it back up when you want it. Doing that it's pretty steep at first, but then as soon as you get that, that's really the hardest part is learning that. So I think just realizing that it's not going to be that easy to start, but it's only like a little bit of work the first few months, and then it's a lot easier. Because as soon as you learn that, it all kind of just, you're building on yourself a lot.
Yeah.
So it's
Once
not
you get over that learning, that
little hump. Yeah. But the hump can seem very big, but it's not that big.
Yeah. So that would be your advice to somebody out there, like,
Yeah.
stick to it.
Yeah. Don't think you're gonna be
Doing what
being
being
Aliyah in a month. Yeah. It's just not gonna happen. Even like a year or two. I mean, you've been doing it for a long, long time, and
Over
I've been
half
doing
my
it-
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's a long time.
Yeah. So don't expect that right away.
yeah. I wouldn't.
Well, I was going to ask, if there's anything you could show me as a beginner, but now I'm thinking, I don't even know if that's necessary.
But I brought you Duncan's My First Yo, which is silicone, because I was worried you'd hurt yourself.
Yes, that's fair.
And
That's fair
this
advice.
one comes back up when you tug it.
Perfect.
Although maybe learning a trick isn't, but at least you can at least, let's make sure I didn't put a knot in this first.
Oh, beautiful.
And it won't hurt you.
Okay.
Because
Because
it's for
a
children.
child, because it's for children.
Hey, I bought
Which
it.
is perfect. Which is perfect.
And so
All
what
right,
you're
so
gonna
would I
do?
put it over?
Yeah, so that's a good question. That's a great first question.
Okay.
You always want it to be over when you
Okay.
throw it, and this is a good tip for anyone, because if you throw it the other way, where it's underneath, it'll shoot behind you.
Oh, yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah, so over.
Okay, so
So
over.
You're over. Tight. You want it tight.
Okay.
You want to make kind of like, you want to get buffed out a little bit.
Okay.
And then you want to just toss it straight down.
Oops.
Well, might be a little long.
Okay, so just wrap it back up.
Yeah, that one will just wrap back up. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's something also to realize is that the string length as you get better gets longer. So
Gotcha.
it end up being kind of ridiculous.
Okay.
So maybe like throw and lift your arm a little bit like that. There you go. And then
Awesome.
just a quick tug.
Oh, nope.
It's
Failed.
It's good. It takes some time.
Okay, but this gives me at least, I don't see, that's already more than I knew. All right, so we'll give this one more shot here. Otherwise, we're going to be here all day. trying to figure this
Maybe try this one. I feel like you've already shown me you won't hit your face, so I feel like there's trust.
Oh, I
there.
haven't shown anything. That is not guaranteed.
This one's a little bit going to be a little nicer, but the string is going to be long as well. So
Okay. All right. I'll give this one more shot. So over the top.
nailed it. Go
Put it
tight,
here.
and then you want to be a little
flex.
bit tighter on your finger.
Tighter on the finger.
Yeah,
Okay.
you don't want to fling off when you try it.
Gotcha. Okay, so tight on the finger. Make a
Get
curl your arm.
Yep, and then just throw down. And then flip your hand. Oh, it's close.
That was close.
That was
The
awesome.
other step
almost
is
there.
flipping your hand back over so that you can be able to catch it.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll do one more. See, now I'm already into it.
See? Let's see at the contest.
At least
Yeah.
one of these here before. Okay, this is the last one. I'm gonna try this one more time. Got it tight.
So throw down,
Throw it down.
flip your wrist over, and then tug.
All right.
That was awesome. Like a pro.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be in the competition. But this is awesome. Well, for everybody out there, let's give them, once again, the details about the competition this weekend.
Yeah, so it's going to be March 29th, this Saturday.
Okay.
Doors are open at 9. I think we'll start prelims around 9:30, 10. And then we'll go till lunch. There'll be an hour-long break at lunch. Then at that time, you can, it's Crystal Ballroom, so you can grab a drink, bring your kids. We'll have a little kids area to learn.
Nice.
We'll have people from Yo-Yo University teaching kids, so they'll be like corralled in a little area, which is perfect. And then we'll have like a lunch, and then we'll have finals. And then we're actually going to be unveiling Aliyah's documentary about her journey last year competing.
Oh, cool.
At around, we'll probably do it around, I think 5 to 5:30, and then we'll announce who won. And then, yeah, that's the day.
There we go.
Yeah, it's a long day, but it'll.
But that's a lot. That's a lot of awesome things going on there.
Yeah. You'll get lost and be like, oh, only there for an hour, and then you'll just end up sitting down and then be like, oh, they're done competing, and you'll just get so lost in it. It's a lot of fun.
And that's how you get brought into that world.
And that's when you leave with 20 yo-yos.
Yep.
Can't
Exactly.
pay your rent. Sad day.
Yeah.
Well, thank you to both of you.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
coming down
Thanks
here
for
and
having
talking
us.
about
This is
What's
great.
another way that people can follow along with everything you're doing too?
We have an Instagram for PNWR. It's pnwr.yoyo. And then we do have a meetup at Lloyd Center Mall once a month. It kind of changes, but it's just usually people are there to help teach you how to do some stuff and things like that. But there's not like really an Instagram to follow any other than that at this point. But
Okay, that's still cool. And what about you? Do you have?
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, Aliyah Tan 64. And I've got all of my tricks on there, and I post about the documentary, which is coming out really soon, which will be really awesome.
Really, really cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Yeah, thanks to both of you for coming in here. This is awesome. So much fun to learn about, and I didn't hit myself in the face. So.
Not yet. You never know.
I will. It'll happen. So far, so good. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, too. This is Fox 12 Now, and big thank you to Chester and Aliyah for joining to talk about that, showcase some of their different yo-yo tricks, and yeah. So far, not hitting myself in the head. Don't forget, we are live streaming here, so if you're watching this after the fact, fantastic, but we live stream every weekday from 1 to 4. And on top of that, you can watch all of these segments on the Fox 12 Oregon app. You got kptv.com or the Fox 12 Now tab, or on our YouTube channel as well. So thanks for joining us. If you have a topic that you think would be good for a segment, because we can do these longer form segments, get a little more in depth, feel free to send me an email, fox12now@kptv.com. And yeah, so thanks to them. We'll be back here, though, throughout the afternoon. We've got more coming up at 1:30, so we're going to take a quick break. I'll talk to you soon. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.